So hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'm out hitting the canal. I think I might be getting a bit ill actually, I'm feeling a bit groggly in my throat. But I'm out today targeting bream on a wild local canal like this. They really are an awesome fish to catch because they're possibly some of the largest fish in here essentially. Other than the odd road carp that go around. And sometimes it can be a little bit elusive, especially when most canals are actually quite clear here in the UK, or at least many of them are. Mine is 50-50, depends how many boats have been through in the day. So one of the simplest, probably one of the best methods to catch these bream as they're shoaling up and moving around, especially this time of the year when it's coming to spawn in a month's time, is to actually just stalk them out and just try and drop bait on the noses. The best bait is probably bread. That's what I brought with me today. But worms also can be a really good bait for doing this. If you don't want to be getting them grubbing on the deck, if you just want to stalk them out like what I'm doing today, this is a really good method. Just use either bread or worms, something that has a little bit of a weight to it so you can cast it out and not have too much going on up the line. So I'll start off with my setup. I've decided to upgrade my setup because my fiberglass rod that I was using all the time is getting a bit old and rickety. So I've got myself a Shakespeare Super Team 11-foot float rod. Powerful enough to tame if I was to get a tench or something like that, but soft enough to cushion the head shakes of these big dumpy bream that we should be catching today. And then for the reel, it is a Mitchell Advocate RZT match reel, which I've loaded with 6-pound line. It actually came with 3 spare spools, so I'm going to have a 6-pound, a 4-pound and an 8-pound, just so I can cover all areas. But today I'm fishing with 6-pound line, and I'm fishing that straight down to a 2-foot hook length of 3 pounds. So I'm fishing 3 pound right at the bottom end. It'll give me a little bit of leverage if I was to maybe get a tench, which is also a chance of catching one of them doing this method, but it's light enough to be able to get the bream, because you know these bream, it's going to be quite clear the water, they're going to be able to see a line. I'm basically going to be casting to the fish as they're swimming past, so you want as thin a diameter line as possible falling through the water when you're picking up these fish, because you don't want to spook them, because they can be very, very skittish, especially when they're in a big shoal. When one of them charges off, they tend to all follow. So that's what I'm doing today, shooting around up the canal, walking a lot, lots of GoPro footage, just casting to these moving shoals of bream, trying to pick out some of the good fish. Hopefully I can get maybe 5 or 6 fish out, fingers crossed. I'm hoping to get that. Doing this method, like I say, just using bread, it's the simplest method. I'm only having one bit of weight up the line, and I'm going to use a single number 6 shot, so a very, very tiny number 6 shot just above my hook length, just pinched onto the 6-pound line where the hook length and the main line meets. And that's all I'm doing, simple as that. Chucking it in front of the bream's noses. Hopefully we'll get a few fish on the bank and stay proactive. It's a really fun method, so if you get the chance, get out here and do that on your local canal. See if you can stalk some fish out. Remember to bring your polarized glasses. They're the key to this kind of method and this kind of fishing, and I'll see if we can catch some fish. This is what we do with the bread. Get a nice big fluffy piece like that, probably the size of a, I don't know, twice the size of a 50 piece, something like that. Just mould it round the shank of the hook, over the eye. Got a big hook on, bigger than what I'd normally use. Waiting for that line to yank. Oh, there's a little pull there. I think it was a roach or rod. There we go. We got a bream. We got a bream. Nice bream. Probably a solid 3-pounder again, or maybe 2.5. Nice fish. So knock him in the net like the last one. We'll let him rest. We might take a close look at this one. Oh, he spat the hook out in the net as well. Give me a solid there, buddy. There we go. Let's get it away from the fish. We'll give him a little drink before we take a better look at him. We got one. Awesome. Feels really nice on this rod. Really, really nice, soft action. That's two in the net at the same time. Well, next to the net. Wicked. I didn't have my GoPro recording then. Don't know why, but I managed to slam another one in the net. Decent size, both of them are males. Maybe the males are just feeding a bit more aggressively at the minute. The line's gone right through his lip and down into the net. Just thread it back through. Yeah, the hook's just gone through the bottom of his lip there. There we go, thread it back through. Two skimmers in the net at the same time. Another really nice fish, probably around £4, something like that. We put him in the net because the net's a bit overcrowded now. That one, fine. There you go. It's very tricky to hold a brace shot of bream, isn't it? Really slimy little buggers, but absolutely awesome fish. Both great size. On that setup, up a wicked fight to say that they're bream, but they're in fighting condition at the minute, ready for spawning in maybe a couple of weeks' time. Both awesome fish though, covered in spawning tubercles. I just moved them maybe about 10 yards up from where I was just to be able to put them on the grass down here. That's awesome, let's get them back. I've had them rested in the water already, but we'll slip them back quickly and see if we can catch any more. Some of these bream are going right up to the surface to take the bread. Got on, we got on. Look at that bend, it's pulling away from the other fish. He's right in the middle of the shoal, come on. Proper strong fish. For a bream. Keep that rod low. Stop them from making too much noise on the surface, otherwise it'll spook the others. Proper good slab as well. There we go. Just chasing him with single pieces of bread. And chucking out a few pieces of loose feed for him. Proper big shoulder on him. Hook right in the corner of the mouth there. There we go. Nice and easy on barbless hooks. Tell you what, bream get proper feisty when they're out of the water, don't they? I can barely hold him still. This is second time now attempting to show you the fish. Lovely bream, proper solid. Probably spawning in the next couple of weeks when the weather warms up a bit more. Awesome fish. Let's get him back, see if we can get any more. They go over £6 anyway. Well, I say they go over £6, there's not many, there's a couple that go over £6. But still. Where are they? Oh, there's a small one in front of me. Let's try and pick out a big one. The big ones are always more cautious though. They're really difficult to try and pin down, catch. They definitely came swimming near me. I tried casting to it. Well, ah, there they are, there they are, there they are. I should be able to get me one surely. Oh, just let go. That was one of the bigger ones as well. There we go, got one. There we go. One of the smaller ones took it. Let's get it right out of the swim. Come on, boy. Don't need you bothering the other fish. Just keep that rod low because they like to crash on the surface. I can still see fish feeding out there. There's a bream just came up on the far bank then. Taking this is one of the smaller ones in the shoal, I think. Let's try and get him out of the water quickly. Oh, he's not bad though. Yeah, one about twice the size of this. Went to take the bread and just sort of grabbed it and spat it back out. And this one took it. This one's probably about 2.5 pounds, something like that. Barbless hooks, real easy to get out. Oh, not bad actually, maybe about 3. Decent size. We'll not mess around with this one, we'll just get him straight back, or her rather, this is a female. Not the biggest one of today, so I'll give her a little rest. And then we'll let little stinker go. The proper stinkers, aren't they? Right, don't tell your buddies about this. Just tell them you had a good time. Yeah? Okay, we're all good. She knows the drill. Right, so definitely hanging around where I've chucked the bread in. Even if they're not taking it, they're just hanging around the area. I think, obviously as the bread's in the water, it breaks down gradually. And chunks of the bread will fall and sink down through the water. It still attracts a shoal, they're still hanging around, you know, just underneath the bread. I can see some now coming up for a piece. I'll see if I can get one straight after that fish actually. That'll be quite cool. See if I can get one. So I can still see them out there, because I got that fish out of the way quite quickly. Are you ready? There we go, got another one. Next cast out. Similar size.
You have to throw it back, do you?
Yeah, put them all back.
Good one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. Probably about average for the bream in here. Not a bad one though. There we are, hook nicely placed. Probably one of the big ones I've had actually. Real chunk. I'll take a better look at him. A woman was just sympathising with the bream. She looked at me playing it in and said, "Ah," and asked if I have to put it back. Sympathising with the bream. Oh, another proper slab. Probably one of the biggest of today. Definitely over 4 pound. Or thereabouts anyway. Yeah. I'd say easily over 4 pound. Proper nice fish. Good bronze bream, been resting a while, so very active. Let's get him back, eh? It's another female, I think. So probably not far from getting ready for spawning. This one's doing some kind of kung fu with its tail. Let's get her back. Awesome bit of fishing. Great fun, great sport. Got a new piece of bread on. Needs to be as fresh as possible, really. I think it's really only good for maybe a cast and a half. I'll say like 2 casts, the bread's probably good for. And then it's just too solid then, there's no point in using it. Gets bad for hookups and for some reason it's not as appealing to the bream. That's a good sized bream. Watch it. See it just take that bread. That was a good sized bream. And again, see him come up for the bread. And that one, look, right in front of me. You ready? Hopefully I should get one now. Doing feeding on the surface bread. Big bream, big bream. It's not a bad one. See that? We're feeding on the surface. It's a perfect time to cast straight out to him. Where's my net? Where's my net? My net's back here. Proper bend in the rod. Oh no, there's a pike. There's a pike. Don't you dare take my bream. It's not a very big pike though. Ah, scared the pike off. Go on the beam. Ah, I thought that was one of the big ones. Now look at it, it's actually, oh, it's not bad. Probably another around about the 4 pound mark, so I ain't gonna complain. Male fish, seem to be getting more males than females today. There we go, definitely a bit more aggressive. Proper really long fish, that's why it looked big in the water. It's not very deep, probably around the 3.5 to 4 pounds, something like that. That with a wonky mouth. He's an ugly bugger, isn't he? Oop, slipped on my hand then. Let's just give him a rest and we'll let him go. Go on the bream, another really nice one. Oh, a really good stamp today. Look at that. Really nice fish. Proper long one, this one. It's not a complete monster, but he's a very lengthy fish. I ain't going to complain at that. Male fish, once again. Got all those little spawning tubes on top of the head, ready for spawning time. Shows that they're ready to spawn, sort of, probably in the next few weeks. They normally get it a month or two before they spawn. Let's get him back. Where are you? Oh, they're right in front of me. I didn't realise they were literally at my feet. I'm not going to be able to catch them. I think I've spooked them a bit too much. Got on. Saw the line pulling to the left. Awesome. Oh no, let me net back here. Come on, bream. Let's take me bream for a walk. Come on. Come on. Come on the bream. He's coming. It's alright, my net's not far away. Just about 10 yards. We got it. It wasn't that far, it just seemed a long way. Another male. The males are really feeding at the minute. I ain't complaining though. Yeah, the males are really on the feed. It's definitely a common average here. It seems to all be around the 3 pound mark. He's lively. Well, 3 pound and up. There are a lot of smaller fish in here, but it seems to be that I'm picking out the specimen fish today. Oh, nearly. There we go. Oh, another nice bream. I'm not going to take him out and look at him because he's not the biggest of the day, and we've already had a look at about 5 bream. It's been a right session. So we'll I'll just rest him a minute and then I'll let him go. Start thinking about packing up soon. You know, I've had a really good session. I could probably, if I keep sniping him, just walking up and down, that's essentially what I'm doing. Seeing the fish, just casting straight to him. If it doesn't happen, go to the next fish, try to get that one. If I kept doing that, I could probably get another 3 or 4 more fish before it gets too late, but I don't know, I might start thinking about wrapping it up soon. Get some B-roll. Let's take a look at him one more time before we let him go. There we go, beautiful bronze bream, couple of old markings on him, couple of patches. That's probably why he's just changing his colour, because bream and chub and things like that seem to go different colours, whether it's summer or winter. You'll notice, go a bit more silvery in winter time. Let's put it back. Bye bye bream. So thank you guys for watching. It's been a really enjoyable session. Caught loads of fish. Probably more than if I was to sit there with a float all day. And I've only been out for maybe 3 hours max, something like that. And I've had an absolutely wicked session. Caught plenty of fish, plenty of good sized fish, probably going over 4 pound. And yeah, really enjoyed myself. Like I say, if you get a chance, go and do this kind of fishing on your local canal. It's a great bit of fun and you get some really nice sized fish for it. If you want to check out any of the equipment I've used, I'll leave some links in the description below if I can find any online. And catch me later. Oosh.